Have you ever questioned whether you lost your sanity after you fell in love with someone who ended up being your worst nightmare? You are not insane, you are trauma bonded. Allow me to help you escape. If you're a man who's ever questioned your own sanity after falling in love with a woman who seemed perfect in the beginning, but later turned out to be your worst nightmare, you are not crazy, you're not weak, and you're definitely not alone. If you've ever caught yourself rerunning conversations in your mind, questioning whether anything was real, if you're going crazy because one minute you're the love of her life and the next you're being attacked, criticized or dumped, know this: what you're experiencing is real. Here's the thing nobody tells you: that trauma bond can be even stronger after you leave or they discard you. That's why you can't get her out of your head. Everything reminds you of her. You feel empty, despite knowing you're better off without her. You're not alone. I've coached thousands of men across the globe, good, intelligent, successful men who fall into the very same trap. Perhaps your friends don't understand. Perhaps they say to you, just get over her or go out with another woman. Perhaps you've even had a therapist who didn't truly comprehend what you're facing. Narcissistic women, well, they really know how to use your protective instincts against you. They let you see just enough vulnerability so that you'll think you can rescue her, fix her, or maybe even heal her. You start to believe that if you just love her enough, she'll turn back into that sweet, perfect version of herself, the very same one you fell for in the first place. But here's the thing, that version didn't actually exist. It was just a facade. The hook that got you addicted. Now, you're not really trying to win her back so much. You're actually chasing the feeling you had with that pretend version. That's why it's, so confusing and so hard to move on. Here's what a trauma bond will do. The same person who's causing the pain is also the one who's giving you relief from that pain. That sets up a really powerful reward cycle in your brain, a cycle that's just like being addicted to a drug. So even though you know deep down that she's toxic, you find yourself craving that little hit of love, hoping it's going to feel as good as it did in the beginning. Brain scans have shown that individuals trapped in trauma bonds share the same brain activity as addicts during withdrawal. This is why willpower doesn't cut it. You cannot simply man up and move on when your brain is quite literally addicted to the cycle. So what can you do? These are 7 action steps to begin liberating yourself. First, give it its right name. Addiction, not love. Stop telling yourself this is love. This is a trauma bond. Naming it for what it is allows you to see the cycle for what it is and makes it harder for you to romanticize the abuse. All right, so step 2 is to refrain from attempting to analyze them. You do not require a clinical diagnosis to understand what is happening here. Just follow the pattern: love bombing, devaluation, discard. If it's been replicated time and time again, honestly, that is all you need to understand. Step 3 is to go no contact or as little contact as possible. Block, unfollow, mute. Do what you must to break the cycle of dopamine hits from each text or social media check. The withdrawal symptoms are unavoidable: anxiety, longing, intrusive thoughts. They will pass, but they'll pass faster if you stop feeding the illusion. Step 4, replace the dopamine spikes. Your brain still wants a high. So substitute the unhealthy hit with healthier ones: exercise, cold showers, breath work, or creative flow-inducing activities. These teach your brain to seek stability rather than chaos. Step 5 is to balance your nervous system. You see, this link keeps you stuck in survival mode, whether that's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Mindfulness, meditation, grounding, or even, just pausing before you act on a compulsion can help calm your system. Even the smallest moments when you resist the urge, well, those start to create new wiring in your brain. Step 6, engage your thinking brain. Trauma really takes over your rational brain, the prefrontal cortex. To bring it back online, try writing, doing puzzles, reading, or even learning something new. These activities help ground you in the world rather than leaving you stuck on that emotional roller coaster. Step 7. Rewrite your internal narrative. If you were raised in dysfunction, you might have learned early on that love was tied to anxiety or chaos. But recovery is actually a process of teaching your brain that healthy love is safe and predictable, not something you have to earn by tolerating abuse. Healing a trauma bond doesn't mean forgetting your ex. It's about rewiring how your brain responds to relationships. And listen, you're not weak if you're struggling with this. You're human, and you're fighting an invisible chemical war in your own mind. If this video helped you understand your situation a bit better, please like it and share it with someone else who might need to see it. You never really know who's suffering in silence. I'd honestly love to hear your story and your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and your story could help someone else feel less alone. And if you're ready to go deeper, don't forget to subscribe and check out the links in the description for programs and resources that can help you finally end toxic relationships. Just remember, you're not weak, you're not crazy, you're healing. Be kind to yourself, and I'll catch you in the next video.